everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this episode of Infinite Hope. I think it's episode 18. It's been a day for me. I woke up with like the biggest pain in my neck, like literally. I think I slept bad last night or something, and I got like all this other stuff going on. That's it's been kind of draining. It's been a draining day. Um, and so I'm extra excited to be here to talk about good news and like get my mind off like annoying stuff. And I'm really glad. I'm happy for this. This community and this thing that I've created and that has you guys in the chat, hopefully coming in, trying like joining me in getting some positive vibes because it's important. So I'm extra into this show today. I got a bunch of stuff we can talk about, not as much as last week. It was a slow good news week this week, but I still do have some stuff, so it's really fun. And yeah, so I'm excited. Let's get into all this stuff. But before we do, please, everybody, smash that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and share the stream. Share it out there so that everyone can join us and get some positive vibes because we need that. We need that, especially if you're not feeling well or whatever has got you got stuff on your mind and you need to just get some positive vibes. It'll help. So thank you so much. And before I get into everything, let's just I'm going to say hello to the chat for a minute. Willie was here, said I may not be able to catch the show on debut, but gave you a share and retweet. Well, I so appreciate that, Willie. Thank you so much. You're a big supporter of this show, and I like truly appreciate that. And I hope you can catch the replay. And if you can't, that's okay too, because I will upload the highlights of the show on my channel so that people who can't stay for like an hour or two to catch the live show, they can catch the replay and still get their dose of good news. We got Steve in the house. Hi, Steve. Thank you so much. Or Steven, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We've got the memes of destruction here. Hello, memes. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you here. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, so I was just telling everybody that I woke up with like this really like crazy neck pain, and I've had a day. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get this show going and talk to you guys. It's important to have hope, and we need it now more than ever. Lots of stuff going on in the world it's very uncertain times. Yeah, and like I don't know if you guys know, maybe you do. Some of my subscribers are from this show that I do. It's called Infinite Talk with Mr. John Talks on his channel, and there we talk about the other side of things, the more kind of gloomy, realistic stuff that's going on in the world. So if you're into that, if you're into politics especially, you can catch me on his channel, John Talks, on Wednesday nights. We talk about all sorts of depressing stuff. And I always say when I'm there, I'm like, well, if we've thoroughly depressed you, on Friday I do this show. So if you need some good news to balance it out, come and join me here. So we got to balance things out. Hi, Shane. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you so much. Josh is here. Hi, Josh. Thank you for being here. Steven says, this feels awesome, but also strange to be one of the first here. I'm never here when the stream starts. Yeah, it's kind of weird when that happens. Like I remember the first time that happened to me, I was like, oh my God, I'm the first one. And sometimes it's funny because I'll see a stream go up that says it starts tomorrow or something. So I'll go and leave a comment really early on because comments are important. Interactions are important, right? So even when the stream is over, I encourage everyone to, come back and actually leave a like and leave a comment because that's what YouTube looks for is the algorithms is engagement and all that stuff like that. So it helps the creators, any creator you like, not just mine, anyone you liked, go and leave a like and the comment on their page, even if you're just, asking how their day is, or like, telling them how your day is. It doesn't matter what the comment is, as long as it's a comment. So that's all great. Okay, so let's get the show on the road. I'm sure the ones you guys are here are wanting to get going on some good news. So we're going to start it off by some archaeology news, because as you all know, I'm a huge fan of archaeology. I'm always interested in the past. Let's see here. I could do this. I got to share audio. Okay, here we go. So this article was really interesting, sent to me by Kai MFS. He's a good friend and a supporter of the show and the channel. Thank you so much, Kai. Says 4,200-year-old queen's identity among remarkable new finds in Egypt. I love Egyptology, and it just takes you to this other world, and your imagination lets your imagination run wild. And I love movies like Fifth Element, or other kind of sci-fi movies or The Mummy, where when they open up the sarcophagus and it's oh no, they unleash some crazy thing out into the world. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff, and I just ancient Egypt is a fascinating era of history. So they found some new stuff, and we're going to watch this video as well, but there's details in the story that I think we should read as well. Egypt Ministry of Antiques has revealed details of the latest landmark discoveries to emerge from Squara necropolis, south of Cairo. The vast burial grounds sits in what was once Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt. The UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to more than a dozen pyramids, including Egypt's oldest pyramid of Djoser. The site has yielded thousands of artifacts over decades of excavation, but among the biggest reward for Egyptologists is the latest round of discoveries was the identity of the queen who died around 4,200 years ago. Her tomb was discovered at the site adjacent to a pyramid of King Teti, the first pharaoh of the 6th dynasty of Egypt's Old Kingdom, the era between 2680 and 2180 BC, known as the Age of the Pyramids. Ooh, that just sounds so cool, the Age of the Pyramids. Ooh. Can you imagine how crazy it was back then? So cool. The excavation started in 2010 when we discovered a pyramid of a queen next to the pyramid of King Teti, but we didn't find a name inside the pyramid to tell us who the pyramid belonged to, leading into Egyptologist and former Minister of Antiques, Dr. Zahi Hawass, told CBS News. About a month ago, they discovered a funerary temple, and now researchers finally have a name for the ancient female monarch, Queen Neit, the wife of King Teti. Her name was finally found carved on the wall of the temple and also written on a fallen obelisk in the entrance of the tomb. So there's the archaeologist there. That's so cool. What a cool job to have. He's like Indiana Jones, but look at him. He's even got the Indy hat. You got to have that Indy hat. I've never heard of this queen before. Therefore, we add an important piece of Egyptian history about this queen, said Hawass, who heads the archaeological mission. He said the recent discoveries would help rewrite the history of ancient Egypt. That is so cool. They didn't even know this queen was, and now there's this whole new, dynasty, this whole new thing gets revealed about their history, their ancient history. That is just fascinating stuff. Then they can start making movies about her too. I mean, that's pretty cool. Maybe. So his team also discovered 52 burial shafts, each around 30 to 40 feet deep, inside of which they found have more than 50 wooden coffins dating back to the New Kingdom around 3,000 years ago. There's some of the pictures of that stuff. Ooh, can you imagine? So crazy. Yeah. So actually, this morning we found another shaft. How I was told CBS News on Monday. Inside the shaft, found a large limestone sarcophagus. This is the first time we've discovered a limestone sarcophagus inside the shaft. We found another one that we're going to open a week from now. I would be so scared to open those. Like I'd be like, oh my god, the mummy. So yeah, lots of stuff that they found games inside the sarcophagus and everything. So yeah, let's watch this. Let's watch this cool little video that goes along with this story.
Archaeologists in Egypt are celebrating a newly unearthed tomb as a one-of-a-kind find. The hidden resting place for an Egyptian royal priest has been untouched for about 4,400 years. It's covered with exceptionally well-preserved statues and hieroglyphics. The discovery was made last Thursday in the Saqqara Pyramid Complex just south of Cairo. Jonathan Vigliotti shows us how it's the latest in a series of big finds in Egypt this year.
It's an ancient treasure chest spread out over 2 levels. A tomb so perfectly preserved, it's been called the most significant discovery in decades. More than 24 statues guard the chamber, and drawings of a...
Look at these drawings. That's so cool. They're so just vivid. And I mean, the people who discovered this must be so happy because, you know, most of them are like, you know, not in good shape. This is in really good shape.
The family are spread throughout, like an Egyptian photo album. The walls covered in carvings depicting some of their favorite activities: hunting, musical performances, and even sailing. Their modern-day outings set in stone and vibrantly painted more than 4,400 years ago.
The discovery of today, it's one of the most important one for me, because number one, it's almost intact tomb. Number two, it's Old Kingdom.
Dr. Mustafa Waziri's team believed the tomb was the final resting place of a royal priest named Wate, who apparently really loved his mother.
He mentions the name of his mother almost everywhere here.
More than 12 discoveries have been made in Egypt this year.
Oh my god, that's kind of funny. Like he's like a mama's boy. He had like his mom's name all over his tomb. Like that is so weird. I mean, you know, we all love mom. I love my mom. I don't know if I would have her name everywhere in my tomb, but that's weird.
Including a sarcophagus in Luxor, an ancient necropolis, and a tomb of a high priestess. These ancient secrets good for both history and Egypt's struggling tourism industry. Archaeologists are now hopeful they'll find Wate's sarcophagus, believed to be still hidden within the tomb. For CBS This Morning,
wow,
Jonathan Vigliotti.
That is so cool. I mean, if it wasn't a pandemic, I would definitely want to visit Egypt one day and check out all these tombs and stuff like that. Lots of history there. I like history. Hey, Mads. Hi, thank you for being here and joining us today. Mads is a fellow queen of mine on the Queen's Council, which we do on Thursday. It's a show. We talk about really funny stuff usually. Yesterday we were talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle. Yeah, so we have fun. We have fun on that show. And also subscribe to her. She does drawing streams with Makini 90, and she's an artist herself. She's a great lady. She does poetry. Good channel. Thanks for being here, Mads. Spike and Madness, hello. Thank you for being here. Stieg is here. Hi there, Nina. How are you today? I'm not gonna read the rest. I'm doing okay. I was telling everybody that I kind of woke up with a little like neck pain, and it's actually been kind of a frustrating day for me. I had to, you know, deal with some issues and stuff like that. But that's why I'm so excited to be here and do this show, because, you know, it's a good time. I love having this conversation with you guys and just, you know, hanging out with everybody and talking about good news, because that's what we need more of. This is why I love history, man. Yeah, Stephen, I agree. History is awesome. The mummy with the mummy. Yeah, the mummy with mummy issues. Yeah, that's funny. Captain Yoche is here. Hello. Egyptian mummies boy. Yeah. Mummy's boy. oh, the puns. Shane says, I love my non-binary parent with ovaries. Oh, okay. That's that's great. Oh my gosh. Mad's Mama Bear or Mama Bear doll says it is Egyptian dynasty. They might actually mean he loved his mother. Yeah. Yeah. That's disturbing. Yeah. I'm actually going to do a draw stream in a half an hour, as she says. Well, that's great. Good luck to you, and I hope I see you around. Maybe I'll stop by after the show and say hi. Art is great. I love art. Shellback is here. Hello. Thank you for being here, Shellback. Really, really happy to see you. Kai's here. Hello, Kai. We just went over the mummy story, the mummy boy, mummy story. Yeah, so that's why there's so many mummy puns in the chat right now, and it's glorious. It's glorious. Steeg says the mummy was so stiff because he didn't go to a chiropractor. I love you, Steeg. That's just great. Mads Mama Bear says, loving this show. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I have fun doing it. I have fun doing it. We need more positivity in this world. So thank you for being here again. Yeah, so okay, so that was it. A lot of cool Egyptian discoveries being made. I love archaeology. That was fun. Let's see what we got next over here. Which story should I do next? Let's go with, okay, we'll go with this one here. Inmates work together to raise $32,000 for student tuition. This is a human story. I have a bunch of them. And as you guys know, I'm a huge advocate of human connection, empathy, and all that good stuff, because I believe that's our way out. That's our way out of this darkness. And I believe in redemption stories. I really do. And this really resonated with me. So and we are going to watch this this video because I don't feel like reading too much. I'm not even going to lie. But also, they pretty much cover the story because I already watched it and read the story. But basically, the lowdown is that there was a student who had fallen on rough times, hard times, and he had lost his parents, and a lot of other stuff happened to him. And these inmates basically got together through a book club and raised money for his tuition. And so let's listen to the story.
Paying it forward. The U.S. has less than 5% of the... This morning, we're sharing a story about the power of redemption and paying it forward. The U.S. has less than 5% of the world's population, but about 20% of its prison population. That is not good. One California program is tackling mass incarceration by focusing on empathy and restorative justice. Omar Villafranca shows us how an unlikely partnership forged behind bars helped a high school student in need, and it all began in a prison book club.
It was incredibly refreshing to have young men come into a space with us and see us as what we are, which is people.
For the past 7 years, students from the Palma School in Salinas, California, have been part of a book club at an unlikely place, Soledad Prison. And former inmate Jason Bryant says the discussions went beyond plot lines and protagonists.
When I encountered the young men, I was just encouraged to see the good choices that they were making at such a young age when I was not.
When he was 20 years old, Bryant was sentenced to 26 years to life for his involvement in a 1999 robbery that resulted in a shooting death.
Ouch.
Behind bars, Bryant was looking for ways to be of service. Then, at book club, he heard about Ernest Gordon's Miracle on the River Kwai. In the book, prisoners of war created a culture of sacrifice, and they called it mucking for each other. Inspired by the POWs, Bryant and his co-defendant hatched a plan.
And he leaned over and he said, that is exactly what we need to do. We need to muck for a young man.
The Brothers in Blue, as they were called, decided to raise money from other prisoners to create a scholarship fund for a Palma student in need. Almost 800 inmates, many working jobs like sweeping, clerking, or making furniture, raised $32,000
Wow.
over the course of 3 years.
So the base pay for incarcerated people in the state of California is 8 cents an hour.
Wow.
An hour.
An hour. And incarcerated people were so drawn to the idea of going a mile deep in a young man's life that they were giving up their month's pay to contribute.
They were anywhere from 50 cents to $100 here and there.
Mia Marisu and Jim Micheletti founded the literature program called Exercises in Empathy.
When students go in, justifiably,
I really, really appreciate people like them. And exercises in empathy is something that we all need to be doing more of. I really believe in that. I mean, because I feel like if you really walk a mile in someone's shoes and actually have empathy for what they're going through, then you're able to make a difference. That's what's missing a lot in this world, I believe, is that, like, you know, empathy. We're all lacking a lot of empathy right now towards one another, just especially like in politics and stuff like that. We're all people. We all go through weird things, and we're all human beings. So we all need to have empathy towards one another. And this really shows something to me, because these people are inmates, and this gentleman that the interview was focused on, you know, made a terrible mistake through, you know, when he was a young man. And, you know, sometimes that one mistake can cause you a lot, you know, and it did clearly for him. But maybe he's not a bad person. Maybe he was just misguided, or he just made a terrible mistake. And now he's trying to, you know, redeem that, or he's trying to help in whatever way he can. And that's to be commended.
they're a little bit afraid. They go in thinking monster, and they come out thinking a man, a human being. And they've done bad things, but there's no throwaway people here.
When they learned about the inmates' plan, they knew exactly who should receive the scholarship. Before his sophomore year, Cy Green's father had a heart transplant. His mother had an accident and lost her vision, and both parents lost their jobs.
Wow.
That was a financial burden with all the medical bills and stuff.
Green was shocked to learn inmates who he'd never met had come together to pay for his tuition so he could continue going to private school.
I was mind blown, and then immediately I was just grateful.
Green is now 19 and in college. He graduated from Palma School last year with Bryant by his side.
Is there any level of personal
That's
redemption
wonderful.
in getting involved in something like this?
I mean, you're talking to someone who committed a crime that cannot be undone. The harm. So I don't know about redemption. I can say this. I know that those of us who have truly transformed our lives are committed to add value in any way that we possibly can.
After 20 years behind bars, last March, California Governor Gavin Newsom granted Bryant clemency.
Backdrop?
Yeah, I think so.
He's using his second chance to mentor students like Cy Green, who know he also has a responsibility to continue paying it forward.
And having that, I guess, them in the back of my mind all the time. They put all this effort and all this work into me, so I have to honor that and carry that legacy on.
For CBS This Morning,
That's great.
Omar Villafranca,
Paying
Dallas.
it forward. I love that. I love the story. There's just so many levels to this story. You know, life can be difficult, and like, you know, you can get caught up, make terrible mistakes, and then, you know, it's just touching to me that these people, some people, like, you know, do learn from their lessons, you know, like they're, you know, all criminals are not the same. And, you know, it was just like this was saying, you know, they're not all monsters, you know, some of them are just human beings that made terrible mistakes. And, you know, and clearly 800 of them wanted to help, you know, do something for this young man. And that's again, that's to be commended. And I thought it was a good story to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Now let's go back to the chat, though. Stieg is in the chat, and I'm scared to highlight his comments because he can be naughty. Um, so let's see here. We've got Steeg saying, sorry about the neck, Nina. I was practicing the force choke while you slept. Oh, God. See what I mean? I know. I feel like I seriously feel like Darth Vader like went to town on my neck over here. That didn't sound good. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
No, don't make it harder than it has to be.
Oh boy. All right. Mads says keeping the royal line pure and all. I'm guessing you're talking about the mummy. Josh says not very Jedi of you, Kenobi. Yeah, like that dude. That's a Sith thing. Steek says mass incarceration. I don't think they should put fat people in jail. Oh my God, Steeg. Shane G says, if I was in prison and I heard someone wanted to muck me, I would be doing. Oh my God, you guys. You guys.
Jim? No, thanks. I'm good. That's what she said. Pam?
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that was funny, Shane. That was funny. Cavitano Che says, after finishing a mummy, curious if they ever said, that's a wrap. Also begs the question, when preparing bodies, if there were rap battles. That was good. That was good. That was good. To see who can rap battles. That's great. That's great. Oh my goodness. Meme says social media is killing a lot of empathy, and I agree with you, Memes. I think Twitter and social media is a big problem when it comes to empathy and practicing empathy, because it just makes it more difficult to care for one another when we're all just at each other's throats all the time. But that's why it's a good thing to take a break once in a while and maybe read a book like these people in this prison, and maybe you'll learn something about empathy. There's lots of good books out there that teach you about empathy and caring for one another. Shane says, I was a young man once. The surgery took care of. Oh my God, Shane, I'm gonna have to read your comments before I highlight them now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, the chat jumped on me. Shellback says this prison story is very captivating. Shellback, are you? Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done? So many levels to the story. You mean prison levels? I meant empathetic levels, Steeg. My goodness. RMRV. It also shows you can help someone no matter where you are in life. Exactly. Thank you. This is the kind of level I'm talking about. There's levels to this because it shows you that, you're never truly helpless. Like, even if you're in prison, like these people did something for someone in prison. That means that you, who are free and you have capabilities that other people don't, can do something with your life. Take control and do something and be empathetic towards people and try and help in whatever way that you can, even if it's a little bit, even if it's like a little thing, and you can help and then do it. That's a thank you. RMRV, thank you so much. Or is it RMR5? Because, Roman numerals. But that's exactly what I meant. Thank you for understanding that and not making fun of me. I love it, though. I love the fun. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Hey, great banner back there. Oh, I don't know which one you mean, but thank you. Thank you. Josh says, Steeg, stop making me laugh. No, Steeg, don't stop. Don't stop. Make everybody laugh. We all need a good laugh. That's why we're doing this show. Josh also says the prison stories are really nice. I'm a strong believer in redemption, especially if the people who committed whatever crime want to atone for their actions. Exactly. And I mean, there's always been this thing too with, in our community, we all love Star Wars. So like, the Fandom Menace community, we all love Star Wars. And, there's a big redemption arc in that story too, right? The story of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, whether he was truly redeemed in the end for killing Palpatine. Yes, he did kill Palpatine. We don't count Disney Star Wars. Not on this channel. And on this channel, Disney Star Wars does not exist. But there's a redemption story there, and that's one of the reasons that a lot of people, I believe, really resonated with Star Wars to begin with. That there's this really human story there, a story of redemption, a story of whether this person can actually be redeemed and become Anakin Skywalker again. So that I think that's really meaningful. And I believe it exactly in what you're saying as well. There is that aspect of it that there is, there's certain people in prison that there is no redemption, but there's also people like this who've made terrible mistakes and actually, want to change. Wanting to change is a big deal. Steeg says empathy is for Care Bears. I love the Care Bears. So I don't, there's no argument here. I love Care Bears, and yeah, it is. Empathy, Care Bears taught a lot of empathy. And I'm glad that you know that, because clearly you are a Care Bear fan. I would like to see memes of destruction. I would like to see some Steeg Kenobi and Care Bear memes now. Thank you very much. Shane says, you can't spell the word redemption without the word empathy. Wait, yes, you can. Spike and Madness says, Nina, why do mummies have trouble making friends? Because they're too wrapped up in themselves. Good one. I like it. Oh my goodness. Cavatinho Che says, review before thinking about what the hell? Pulling up Nina TMI about what you and your husband did last night. We did not need to know when Darth Vader was. Oh my God. Why did I highlight this? This was a terrible mistake. I love you guys. You guys are great. This chat is amazing. Oh my goodness. Josh says, another problem is keyboard warriors, but people shouldn't take them seriously though, because they wouldn't say the stuff to your face. Yes, I agree. And especially you should definitely not take anyone seriously online, because, well, most of the time they're trolls. But also, it's just the culture now, like the culture of not caring for people. I feel like it's like when you do something long enough, it becomes second nature to you, right? So when you're practicing not being kind and caring all the time online, then that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to become, just unkind and uncaring, and even in your daily life, like short with people, even people around you in your physical surroundings, and it's just like that's why like this show is important to me, because like I said, I spend a lot of time reading the news and talking about politics, especially with John on Wednesdays, and we talk about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world, and a lot of it is unfortunately negative. So that's why it's important to balance it out, because if you're sitting there and you're continuously looking at what is bad, then your viewpoint is going to change to that, because it's like a muscle. It's like a muscle thing. Like your viewpoint is like I feel like it's kind of like, a muscle thing. Like if you focus on bad things, then you're just going to become depressed, and you're just going to focus on bad things all the time, and you're just going to repeat that. And that's how people become depressed. So that's why I created the show, because I wanted to focus on good things as well, because good things are always happening. There's light and there's dark, and yin and yang, it's always a balance, right? Like, so we need to also focus on good things. And that way, the muscle thing will, carry forward in our daily life. So like maybe the next time we're online and somebody pisses us off, we don't quickly just start going off about, whatever. We try to put ourselves in that person's position, or like, we try to look through their eyes and practice empathy, at least like in our own way, in our own, what we can do. And that's how you change things, right? Little by little, just like this, this prison, the inmates did, because it took them 3 years, because they were getting paid, like 7 cents an hour. 3 years. That's a long time and dedication to do something like that. I mean, they probably had all the time in the world, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, that's my rant about that. Shellback says, hail to all the puns are strong with this chat. I know. I've got like 3 of the best punners in this chat right now: Stieg, Shane, and Cavatinho Che, and they're just lighting it up. They're just lighting it up in this chat. Oh, the Cowboy Bebop banner. Duh. Yeah, I got my Faye. Oh God, my neck. I should not have turned that way. That really hurt. But yeah, Faye, just right there. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got this years ago from this anime store in Vancouver, along with the other 2 posters, and they're like cloth posters. And I was like, of course I'm gonna get this. Like, and it was discount too. I got it for like $10. It was great. Willie says, able to catch some of the stream. Love what you're doing, Nina. Oh, thank you, Willie. I really appreciate that. Titan's here. Hello, Titan. Thanks for joining us. The inmates remind me of The Dark Knight, where the inmates on the boat decide not to hit the trigger for the bomb on the other boat. Yes. Yes. That's amazing, Titan. Great analogy and, correlation with that. I know, I was really surprised, and I really like that scene in that movie too. That's great. Hey, Will, thanks for being here. Says they call me bombastic. They call me bombastic, say me fantastic, but I don't know the rest of the lyrics. But I knew the song. See, are you impressed? Josh says, for the KOTOR fans, Revan and Bastia both have really nice redemption stories. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, yes. Best redemption arc is Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. 100%. I mean, I think Darth Vader's is probably the best one ever, but 100%. Zuko's redemption arc is a sight to behold. I mean, they definitely don't write stories like that anymore. If you guys have, want to watch a good story, watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon, not the movie, and not this like weird whatever the heck is going on with Netflix. It hasn't come out yet, but it's not going to be good. The creators decided not to have anything to do with it. That's not a good sign. Shoutback says Care Bears are cool. Yeah, they are. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Will says, you're knocking boots with Darth Vader. What the F did I miss? Dude, all I said was my neck has a problem. And then Stieg made fun of me about how he chokeholded me like Darth Vader. And then there was all these jokes. I don't know. Darth Shadow is here. Hello. Darth Shadow Logan. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here and joining us. Will says, they won't say to your face in real life, but they will say it behind your back and spread rumors that will have negative impacts on your life. Yeah. I mean, it's happened. It's happened. And that's why we need to practice empathy. That's freaking crazy. What's going on with this world. Elvis is here. Hello, Elvis. Thank you for being here. Says they say Twitter nuked Antifa. Well, they didn't. They don't need them anymore, right? I'm going to refrain from talking about politics here, but yeah, apparently they did. They did nuke their account. Freaking about time. But moving on. Moving on. I'm actually reading your comments now before I highlight them because I saw a couple that I was like, this is no. Vertical Horizons here says it wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah, I know. Yep, that's a good song. Will says Care Bears are meh. Gummy bears are where it's at. I love gummy bears too. I mean, definitely not good for you, but they're yummy. They're very, very yummy. Oh my goodness. Who would win a war between Care Bears and My Little Pony? Vertical Horizons asks. That's a hard question. I think Care Bears. I think so. I personally, my vote is with Care Bears, but I don't know. That's weird. Zelita, hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that you are taking the time to listen to me while you work. And with that, I'm going to move on to the next story. So we listened to the prison inmate story. Okay, so now there was another one. There's another human connection story. And this was cool too. Because, you know, you can make a difference in someone's life. And, oh, actually, wait, since I shared this one, let's do this story first. Okay. This one's about a preacher. It's not a woman, it's a man. I have another story about a woman later. But this was cool. Oh wait, did I share audio on this? I don't know if I did that. Sorry guys. Okay. So this one says a neighborhood of friends is restoring bikes for free. They're led by Anglican priest Robbie Pruitt, who found his love for biking in Haiti. Now we're going to watch the story, but basically to give you a lowdown, this gentleman, he had his bike stolen, and then he decided to, instead of being pissed off, he decided to start fixing bikes instead. And I thought that was really cool. So yeah, let's listen to his story. Why isn't this? Oh, just listen.
Welcome back. So a few years ago, Anglican priest Robbie Pruitt and the Church of the Epiphany took a trip to Haiti, and Pruitt has since left the Church of the Epiphany for the Church of the Holy Spirit. But one thing has stayed the same, and that's his love for biking. WDVM's Rebecca Burnett explains how he's putting a hobby to good use.
When Pruitt works on his bike in the backyard, he's rarely alone.
The neighborhood kids saw me working on my brakes on my Diamondback. I was replacing disc brakes, and I asked them if they wanted to learn how to fix brakes, and they said sure. They kind of reminded me of my days in Haiti and the mountain biking ministry at Church of the Epiphany in Herndon, and kind of got me back into this.
He fixed up their bikes, but he didn't stop there. In about a month, he's restored over 70 of them for free.
So one of my favorite verses of the Bible is Revelation 21:5. It says, behold, I make all things new. And so it's like, I feel like I'm a part of making something old new again, or something abandoned usable again.
He hasn't done it alone, though. A handful of teens lend a hand, a big relief after the virtual school day.
Honestly, it feels great, you know, being able to help people during this whole situation. It's just, you know, really great experience.
It's kind of gratifying. I mean, knowing that you have like this new skill that you've learned
that can be used for forever.
And if they ever need the moral support, those neighborhood kids still check in.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, they're so cute.
Especially during COVID and these hard times, it's very nice that there are people like Robbie in the world.
Reporting in Ashburn, Rebecca Burnett, WGVM 25.
Now, one of the things I really enjoyed about this video is what this girl specifically said, because
Knowing that, you know, really
Sorry.
good experience.
It's kind of gratifying. I mean, knowing that you have like this new skill that you've learned that can be used for forever.
And if
knowing a skill that you've learned that you can use forever. And I think that's really important, because I've been asked by several people, like, you know, what do you do during this whole situation about, you know, the pandemic and all the stuff that's going on? And I've told people before, learn skills. You know, that's one of the things that, you know, you can do and you have power over, is what you do with your time, the time that you've been given. And learning a skill is never, you know, never a waste of time. So even if it's like putting bikes together, anything, learning skills can help you. They can help you channel your thoughts. They can help you meditate. It can help you, you know, especially like restorative stuff. Like, you know, it's a therapeutic thing to restore something from, you know, broken to new and stuff like that. So like, you know, learn a language, like any sort of thing that, you know, helps you escape, but also be productive. So you're not always like just watching TV and like stuff like that. You're actually doing something that may help your life in the long run. And I think that's really important. And that's why I really like that story, was because this gentleman went through something awful and then decided to help people instead. And I thought that was great. That's a great story. Here we go. Oh, okay. Let me just catch up with the chat here and see what you guys say. Shellback says Care Bears over My Little Pony. I agree. Yeah, I think Care Bears with cake butt. Cavatinio says beautiful newsroom reporter. I agree. She was pretty. She was very pretty. 16-bit mascots here. Hello. Says Care Bears had belly love blasters. They did. They did. Shane G says, when priests use the words neighborhood kids in a sentence, I get nervous. Shane, dang it. Vertical Horizon says, smart kid. He was a good man, you guys. He wasn't doing anything bad. Dang it. Dark Shadow Logan says, that was a great story. People need to learn more hands-on skills like that. Those were things I just grew up with, but I'm old. I know, it's like when I was a kid, we used to have like so many you know, classes in school. Like we had home ec, where they taught you like different, like home economics, like, so like they taught you like financing and stuff like that, but they also taught you like how to cook and, you know, like how to clean and like do different things like that. So like all sorts of like home things, and like how to sew, how to, you know, mend stuff. And then they had like metal, like a shop. They had shop. So I took metal, like shop work. So like I learned how to like, you know, fuse metal together and like all sorts of stuff. And then they had woodworking class, and they had all these different all these different classes. And that was a long time ago though. Like, and I've heard as the years have gone by, they've kind of stopped doing those things, which is so wrong. And that's why, like, you know, it's important when someone takes the time to teach the new generation these skills, because, you know, you never know when you can use those kind of skills, man. There's certain comments that I just cannot highlight anymore. 16-bit mascot says, yep, turn TV watching into exercise time, for example. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, just go for a walk. Going for a walk is important. And you know what? That's a great transition into my next article, which I will share here. Because keeping active is important. So This article reads, just go for a walk. Studies show normal walking can add years to your life and reduce disease symptoms. So with all the stuff going on with the pandemic and everything, we got to figure out ways to keep healthy. And apparently walking is one of them. Walking can literally add years to your life. I'm sorry, I had to check something. Walking can literally add years to your life, and incorporating walks after meals can improve all manners of chronic metabolic disorders. Hardly News, the body of research of walking, was augmented with another study which took place in 2003 and 2006, but whose results were only just published recently, showing that people who took 8,000 steps per day had a 51% reduced risk of death than those who took 4,000 steps a day. Furthermore, as uncountable scientists in the past have confirmed, the study found cumulative dose-dependent effects on the person, as those who walked 12,000 steps or more had 65% reduced risk of death. The study consists of about 5,000 participants who wore pedometers for 3 years and whose circumstances of death were monitored by scientists. Do the walk of life. Physical motion, not exercise in the traditional PE class sense, is the catalyst through which is born a strong, healthy body. The science practically begs the reader to start moving around more, as it found that bears a minimum for participatory benefits. For example, the steps were not taken all at the same time, suggesting on many occasions the wearer of the pedometer was not even walking for exercise, but rather doing something like errands or chores. Not only was there no correlation of consecutive steps and lower mortality rate, but there wasn't even a correlation between steps intensity and lower mortality rate, meaning one doesn't even have to power walk. The science is quite clear: walk and live longer, exercise and live longer, even longer. The CDC estimates that 60%, or 165 million Americans, are living with one chronic disease, while 40% may be living with two. The cost of this disease, according to functional medicine expert Chris Kresser, will equal national GDP by 2040. As shown in a number of studies, many of these chronic diseases can be improved simply by walking, especially after dinner or a meal. The European way. As iconic as the siesta in European culture, a trip onto the streets after dinner is in a country like France or Italy is principal people watching time, as full-bellied friends and couples of every description walk it off under the streetlights. That's also a thing in Iran and my culture. So like after you have a heavy meal, which is usually all the time, because Persians like to have really big rice dishes and very heavy food. As a family, you go out and you take a walk, and then after you come back and take a nap. But before you take a nap or a siesta in Mexico, you go for a walk, and you exactly this, walk it off, because you just need to you need your metabolism system to get going. So walking after a meal, particularly dinner, can improve all manners of markers for cardiometabolic disease. It's true. A study of type 2 Chinese diabetes found that walking on a treadmill at 60% of max heart rate for just 20 minutes after dinner decreased the post-meal blood glucose spike, average, and peak, and improved how glucose was regulated for 12 hours post-meal. So that's the other thing. You don't necessarily have to go outside. Like if you live in a really cold environment, or you just don't want to go out for a walk because for whatever reasons, you're living in a dangerous neighborhood, let's say, get yourself a treadmill if you can. If you can afford one, get one, because then that way you do the walk without having to go outside and do it. Although outside has its own really good benefits as well, like strong benefits, like breathing oxygen, especially if you're walking around without a mask. Breathing oxygen is really good. Getting in touch with nature, all sorts of things like that, like just breathing air, listening to the sound of the birds, the wind, just getting in touch with nature, all that stuff helps. So anyways, this I thought was cool because it's a practical way to get healthy, and it's just the littlest thing. Just get off the computer, just go for a walk. Go for a walk after you eat dinner. Just take a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk. Surround your neighborhood, wherever. I'm pretty sure people who own dogs because they have to walk all the time are probably a lot more healthier than people like us, cat owners. I feel like I need to do more of that. Just go for walks once in a while. And that's like, I tell that to people all the time. Take a walk. If you're like the other day, one of my friends was like, just really not feeling well after the whole election situation. And I was just like, go for a walk. Like, just go clear your head, take a walk, breathe some air. You'll be okay. Hey, Orville Nation. Hello, PJ. PJ is a great supporter of mine. Helped me get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, PJ. Has a great channel where he interviews all sorts of sci-fi people and everyone involved with sci-fi shows. Great shows like Dark Matter, and we have a show together. Like I'm a panelist on his show. Dark Matter Mondays, where we talk with Joseph Molossi, the show creator, showrunner of the show, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. PJ's channel is great. Everybody go smash that subscribe button on PJ's channel if you have not done so already. But yeah, so like take a walk, man. Take a walk. Breathe some air. Air is good for you, despite what you've been told recently. The air is good for you. So I'm just trying to get back to the chat here. 16-bit mascot says, yes, learning how to prepare a lot of stuff, the more you can fix yourself, the better. It does suck having to teach yourself these things, but that's easier now more than ever. Yeah, and that's also very true with with YouTube. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can learn on YouTube. Like, for example, when I was like living by myself in Canada for a while, when my husband wasn't there, I had to mow the lawn and my lawnmower broke down. And so I had to like YouTube like lawn mowing fixing situations. And I found out like I did so much stuff that I had no idea. And I learned how to fix a freaking lawnmower. Mind you, I found out that the lawnmower that I had a problem with through these videos couldn't be fixed and actually needed to, get a certain part repaired or something like that. So like, I had to do all this stuff. And like the person that, came, the lawnmower repair person that came to fix it was like, how the hell did you know all this stuff? And I was like, yeah, I watched some YouTube videos. So there's so much stuff. There's a lot of help online that you can YouTube, man. It's where it's at. You can learn a lot of stuff on YouTube, and it's great. It's great for that. And yeah, I agree. Like learning repair stuff is key. I've told my husband that I really need to learn how to change a tire. He still hasn't taught me that, but that's on the list. Like I need to learn how to change a tire. That's definitely one thing I need to learn. Dark Shadow Logan says, yes, and industrial arts, the FFA for farmers. There was a bunch when I was growing up. Yeah. Those were the days. Those were the days. Vinny Art is here. Hello, Vinny. Thank you for being here. Hello, Vinny Art. Another great YouTube channel and comic book artist that I had the pleasure of meeting on Stephen Walton's channel. He's got a great comic book out. Everybody go support Vinny Art. I think he still has an Indiegogo going on for his comic book, which is super cool. It's about pirates. And pirates are dope. So Kai, I know Kai is a mod of mine. If you can put Vinny's channel in the chat for the good folks, I would really appreciate that. And Vertical Horizon says, auto class is basically completely out of schools now, especially during COVID. Yeah, I know. It's so sad. Even before COVID, they were just kind of like, yeah, no, you guys don't need this anymore. Like, it's all budgeting. And it's terrible. Titan wants to know who my favorite character is from Friends. Says mine is Joey. How you doing? Yeah, I love Friends. It's like one of my favorite shows. My favorite character. I don't know. It's always been really difficult for me to name my favorite character because well, I know it's not Monica, definitely. I think Monica's my least favorite character, but I always really liked Phoebe from the girls, and I liked Joey a lot too. I don't know. It's difficult. I think Joey, maybe Chandler. I don't know. I love all of them. I love all of them. Ross really like gets me too sometimes because like especially his anger issues, like that episode where he like is like my sandwich, and he's funny sometimes. But yeah, probably Joey and Chandler. Joey and Chandler have like the best bromance ever told, I think. It's one of the cutest bromances ever. But anyways, getting off topic. We're like talking about Friends. I could talk about Friends all day. Oh, Kai says, speaking of keeping active, time to box. Well, you do that, man. Good for you. Good for you. Cavitino says, not sure how many people know how to change a car's flat tire. Yeah, see, I need to learn how to do that. I mean, it's the most basic thing, and I don't know how to do it. And yeah, my husband has to teach me how to do that. Not a lot of people do. And I know a lot of girls don't know how to do it. I know like that. It's just one of those things. You just never learn unless you have a good dad that teaches you or something like that. My dad was never really in my life, so I never got to learn from him, unfortunately. But if you have an absentee dad or something like that, or like don't have like male influence in your life, sometimes you don't learn certain things. Elvis says, instead of learning, we came up with flat tire drive system. I know. It's so terrible. Or like the parking thing, like, like back in my day, like I learned how to park, like parallel park on a Tundra, okay, like on a freaking truck. And I didn't have no like the rear view camera or anything like that back in the day. And now they have like self-parking cars and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? Like, go learn how to park a freaking car, man. Like, this is BS. Let's see here. Will says, well, we live very sedentary nowadays. Even the most active of average people nowadays are still stationary for many more hours per day than we used to be before we had all the mod cons. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I definitely, especially since I started this YouTube thing, I definitely sit a lot more longer hours behind the computer. So I definitely need to like start walking around more and becoming more active. I mean, I do yoga, but there's nothing like a good walk, especially after a meal. Cavatinho says, sing the songs, everyone. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. Aww. I like that song. And I that's the other thing too. Sing your heart out. If you can sing, sing. I love singing. Vertical Horizon says, then people shouldn't get mad if I tell them to take a hike. That's funny. It's for your health. Yeah, the whole point of going for her walk is getting out of the house. I mean, yes and no. See, that's the thing. It's to keep your body moving. Like I agree with you, Will, but sometimes, especially in like places where you can't really go outside, if you move your body on a treadmill or something, It's better than nothing. It's better than being stationary. It's better than being idle. So that's why I'm like, I mean, I prefer to do it the classic way. Like you go for a walk, you breathe some air, you get in touch with nature and all that good stuff. But if you can't, then it's better. It's better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. Oop, the chat jumped on me. Oh, okay. Spike and Madness says Monica or Phoebe all day. Yeah, Monica's weird. She's way too much of a clean, neat freak for me. I couldn't handle it. Terry Rose says Phoebe's sister. I know Ursula. She's the best. She was so funny. She's like next level. She was like the porn star and everything. Oh my God. Okay, we're talking about Friends again. We're back on Friends. Selena says, "You're so young. Tundra didn't exist when I learned." Oh yeah, the tundra. That was a good old days. Good old days. I remember the guy, like, as I got my driver's license on the tundra, like, and the guy who like gave me, like, took me for my driver's test was so impressed that I could park that thing, and he was like, "I can't believe you just parked it." Like, he's like, "I would have just passed you based on this. Like, I didn't even need to take you for the drive." He was so impressed, and he was like this old school cowboy guy, like cowboy hat and everything. It was great. It's great. Oh, that's a that's a great song. Orville Nation says listening to Nita is quite entertaining. Well, thank you very much. Are you not entertained? I'm glad that you are entertained, PJ. I try. Titan says everybody should just be like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. Run, Forrest, run. Will says changing a tire is easy. You just have to remember to loosen the bolts before you jack it up. Loosen opposite bolts, loosen one, then do the opposite, then the one next to the first, and so on. That's yeah, my husband has told me the same thing too. Remember to loosen the bolts before you jack it up. That's one of the things that I've been told. Wait, jack it up? What?
Jim? No, thanks. I'm good. That's what she said. Pam?
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No.
Okay, yeah, so moving on to our next story here. I have other stories that we can talk about. We will talk about the woman I was speaking of, the other Good Samaritan story. Oh, hang on. We talked about how walking is good for you, which it is. Okay, here we go. So woman gifts. Oh wait, I gotta share audio. Dang it, StreamYards. They really need to change this audio feature situation. Okay. So woman gifts car to teen who had to walk 7 miles to work each day. Now this was a really cool article. Is this the one? No, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna share this other one. We're going to go back to that and watch the video because it's like his reaction to it. But I really wanted to share this one line. That's why I have two versions of this article, because I thought it was important, because this is the kind of stuff I talk about on this channel and on this show specifically, is that the reason that she did what she did is she said, "We need more love in this world." She said, "Hate and division has plagued this world, and I'm determined to do my part one person at a time." And that's exactly how I feel. You got to do what little you can to help people. And this lady is a perfect example of what you can do just on an individual level for someone or something that you can do on a local level. So here we go. This is her story, and it was beautiful.
Well, with so mumuch happening in the world, there is still a lot of kindness out there.
Earlier this evening, a woman surprised a deserving teen with a car after learning the young Cobb County man walks 7 miles to and from work every day. Fox 5's Eric Perry was there for the emotional surprise and has the story.
Jaden Sutton tells me every day he makes that 7-mile journey to work, rain or shine, hot or cold. The high schooler was just simply speechless at the kindness of one woman.
I knew that if I had to walk to work every day to get a car, that's what I was going to do. And walk home every day, that's what I was going to do.
Walking is something all too familiar for Cobb County High School senior Jaden Sutton.
When I get off school about around 3:30 and get off the bus, I go straight to work.
I just realized this kid's probably really healthy because he was walking all the time. And now he has a car. He's not going to be walking as much. Uh-oh.
Walk straight to work. Go to work for like 6-7 hours and walk straight home.
Day and night, Sutton makes the 7-mile journey to his job at a restaurant, hoping to save money and buy a car, sometimes not getting home until nearly midnight.
I'm so excited!
We were there as he got the surprise of a lifetime.
First of all, let me say this is your car. This is your car!
It all happened thanks to the kindness of one woman.
You don't have words?
I'm just real grateful, and I was just walking to work, and it was just like you came out of nowhere.
LaVonda Wright has been working for weeks trying to make this happen. Wright first met Jaden as he was racing down Brownsville Road in Powder Springs to work.
He was walking really fast down the road, and so my son stopped me and tapped me. He was like, "Mom, I think that's Jaden."
Wright ended up taking Jaden to work that day, but couldn't get him off her mind afterwards. She knew she had to do something.
I shared the story on my social media page. It had thousands of views. People started donating. They started giving.
Ultimately, a GoFundMe was created and over $7,000 donated. Wright came across the Nally Honda deal.
See, social media can be used for good. Doesn't have to be just used for, not good.
Dealership in Union City, where the general manager agreed to drop the price to fit the budget.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
And as he smiles from ear to ear with new keys in hand, the two now have an unbreakable bond and friendship.
And I love you. I just want to thank you so much. You don't even understand how much.
You're so welcome.
And this really all came at such a great time. Jaden's mother actually came into some hard times and having car issues. This is really a story about faith and perseverance. I'll break that down when you join us on News Edge at 11. Eric Perry, Fox 5 News.
Well, that was cute. I thought that was a cute story. Woman using social media to actually do some good for someone, because you can. Oh, hang on. I got Fox News talking to me about other stupid stuff in the background. I had to press the pause button on that. Okay, so yeah. So, I just think you can do, just the littlest thing. Josh says, what if I walk to McDonald's? That's kind of counterproductive. Well, as long as you walk back, I guess. But McDonald's, man, don't put that stuff in your body. No. McDonald's is no bueno. I don't think I haven't eaten McDonald's in how long? I think it's been at least 15, 20 years. It's been a long time since I had McDonald's. Sometimes once in a blue moon, I'll go and get an ice cream cone from McDonald's or something like that. That's as far as I'm willing to go when it comes to McDonald's. Just to, kick that little craving. But yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was so funny. Kai says, actually, the biggest issue with people, the biggest issue people have with changing a tire is they place the jack in the wrong place. Got to make sure you place it on the car's frame or your car will be crushed. Whoa. Dang, Kai. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell my husband to really teach me how to change a freaking tire. And Cavatinho says, problem is each vehicle has a different spot to place the jack. I mean, that's also true because there's so many different types of vehicles now. Damn it, Will. That's funny. Oh man, that's funny. That was a good episode. Yeah, so people talking about changing tires. Yeah. I mean, I still think you really gotta learn. You really gotta learn how to do it. It's just one of those things. And that and like sewing clothes. Like I feel like sewing clothes really it's just one of those things. Like it's you don't have to like become like a freaking tailor or something, but like learning how to sew a button can go a long way. Spike says we can't see how happy he is without with that stupid mask. Yeah. Oh gosh, that mask. They made him take it off for a minute though, so you can see that big beautiful smile, which I put on my thumbnail because he had a beautiful smile, and so did she. Those were good people. They're good people. I mean, she was a great person for doing that for him. Elvis says, or maybe he's very poor and looking to earn some money by becoming popular. Smart person, actually. I don't know. I don't think he knew that she did that. She did that. Wow, we have like 19 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Please make sure you smash that like, share the stream, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. Josh says, when you help someone like that woman did with the car, it can plant the seeds for the person to do the same for someone in the future. Like she said, one person at a time. Exactly. And that's what I'm all about is like, paying it forward. I've done many stories like this in the chat and Infinite Hope. One of them was about that, FedEx driver who basically gave a little boy a new hoop because his was like all battered down and broken, and she like went out and bought one, and he was just like, he was so shocked that that somebody would do that for him, like a stranger. And that it just shows like you're planting these seeds, especially for kids, that you like if you pay it forward, and if you do that for someone else, things can change, the world can change. I was telling actually like Stephen Walton last night, hope is contagious too. It just needs a spark. And then people will become hopeful and do things about their life that makes them happy. Kai says that was an awesome story. Yeah, I thought so too, Kai. I thought so too. Shellback, stop it. I need that Michael Jordan clip now. Stop it. Get some help. I don't have it yet, but I will get it. You can always depend on the kindness of strangers. Yeah, you can. It's true. It's one of my favorite stories and lines actually from that movie and the book. Will says, as long as you don't buy anything while you're there, you can walk to Mickey D's every day. Good one, Will. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Just don't buy anything when you get there, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Especially, McDonald's. 16-bit Masca says, skip McDonald's and mosey on down to McDowell's. They're 5% healthier. I think they're my favorite line. One of my favorite lines of all time in that movie is like when he's like in his office and some dude he walks in like that the dude that was working for him, and he's like, Mr. McDowell, there's some people here to see you, and he's like, they're not from McDonald's, are they? Oh, such a good movie. I don't know if the second one's going to be any good. I'm nervous about that. Jack Kluman, hello. Thank you for being here. Says, everything I ever liked at McDonald's, they got rid of. I pretty much detest everything that's on their regular menu. I hate everything in McDonald's. They're disgusting. I used to work there too. That was my first job was working at McDonald's. Yeah, that was an interesting time of my life. Elvis says there are people who will help. Social media is good for that, but also bad because of those who want to do the opposite. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, it's a double-edged sword, right? It's like any tool. You can use it for good, or you can use it for not intended purposes. Take a knife, for example. You can, cut a apple, and you can eat it, and you can enjoy these fruits and all the things that it provides, or you can kill someone with it and not use it for its intended use. So it's just like that. Social media is the same thing. You can use it for good, or you can use it for evil. The choice is yours. Shellback says, at least make it Wendy's. The only thing good at McDonald's anymore is their fries. Disagree. Their fries sucks now. And I mean, I the only reason I know is one of the, like a couple of years ago, one of my friends, went to McDonald's, and I was like, okay, let me try a fry because, I used to love McDonald's fries, and they taste like freaking cardboard now. I was like, what is this? How do people still enjoy McDonald's fries? Because they don't even taste good anymore. They just taste like shit. And I don't know if it's because, like, when you're a kid, everything tastes different. Like some things taste better when you're a kid, and then you grow up and you lose that taste for it. Or if it's like really like McDonald's fries just suck now. Same thing with KFC fries. KFC fries, like they used to be so freaking good. They had like the crispy, like real potatoes, and now they're like, they taste like freaking cardboard. I don't like those fries at all. I'm not interested. Josh says, don't worry, I rarely eat McDonald's. It was just a joke. I know, Josh. I know. It was funny. It was a funny joke, but Will made it funnier. Just don't go inside and you'll be fine. You're like, I'm going for a walk to McDonald's, which is like, 3 blocks away to get my exercise. When I used to live in Canada, my favorite fast food place used to be A&W because they sold like real beef, and like their burgers tasted like, pretty decent. Because it's not like I don't like burgers. Like I still eat burgers. And once in a while, like, I'll go to a fast food joint, especially if you're like, you partied all night or something like that. Pre-pandemic days, you would go to you would like to have some greasy food or something. But yeah, I used to go to A&W. That was a good burger. Jacqueline says, you can do it. Huffle Mom has helped me put on spare tire because my spine is broken. Oh, wow. Ooh, ouch. Well, yeah, I know. I definitely have to learn. It is on the list. I'm gonna learn it. I'll learn it this year. I'll force my husband to teach me. I'll be like, let's go. We got to learn this skill. Maybe that should be my New Year's resolution this year, to learn how to change a freaking tire. Orville Nation says, once you know how to change a tire, you should do a video on it. Oh my God, that would be funny. That would be funny. I should do like a video to teach girls how to change a tire. So it's not that hard, ladies. Let's do this. Actually, it was a really funny episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine about that, about like, women who knew how to change a tire and stuff. It was like a funny episode about like feminism and everything like that. That show can be funny. I enjoy it. Galford's dog's here. Hi. Hello. What's up? We're just talking about good news and changing tires. Justin Proper. Hey, how are you, Justin? How are you? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Mega Mac is here. Hi, Mega Mac. Nina, love these inspiring stories. They are great to hear after a long day. Also, I seriously respect your hard work, getting over 1,000 subs. Yes, thank you. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. What? Will says, I think you'd make a good seamstress. Okay. Oh, that's funny. That's weird. Hey, Zagrot. Hey, says howdy, Nita in chat. DJ Scandalous is here. Says, what's Bernie been up to today? I don't know, DJ. You and Gen X on Twitter have been going nuts with this whole Bernie memes. It's crazy. Everybody, if you want to check out a lot of cool Bernie memes, go to DJ Scandalous's Twitter. He and Gen X have been off the charts. Yes, thank you, Orville Nation. Smash the like, share the stream. I still have a couple of other stories we're going to talk about. I'm just like trying to talk to the chat at the same time. What? DJ says Nina 15 behind. Nina, 15 minutes behind just on the chat, taking pointers from John. It's because I'm talking to the chat. Like, it takes a minute. Maybe StreamYards hasn't caught up with me. I don't know. I mean, he is my mentor. That's a good, I'm okay with being compared to John. John's a great guy. He's got a great channel. Everybody subscribe to John Talks. Not like you're not already. But that he does a lot of political stuff, so be warned. You're not going into a happy arena over there. DJ says Gen X has been cheating though, stealing most of them. My Titanic and Ace Ventura Rhino one won it all. Okay, you know what? Let's go check this out. I'm gonna go to DJ's channel for a second. Or not channel, Twitter. DJ Scandalous's Twitter, because I mean, these Bernie memes, they're kind of next level. We don't usually do politics on my channel, but Bernie memes are funny and cheer people up, so why not? So he made this. Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend of Bernie's. Oh man. And wait, Ace Ventura one. I don't know if I saw that one, DJ. Let's see here. I think my favorite one was that ghost one. I couldn't stop laughing at the ghost one. Here's the ghost one. That one was just next level. And this one, I think this is by Gen X. And he said checkmate. And I kind of agree, DJ. This was next level. Like, they're ghosting. What? Like, what? Oh my God. I don't know, DJ. I think this one did win it. It did for me anyway, man. That was... I just can't. I can't with you people. Where is... Oh, here we go. This one's funny. This one is Back to the Future one. Did you make this one too? Bernie to the Future. Oh my God. Oh, I know, PJ, that's funny, right? I mean, they were ghosting. Oh my goodness, these memes. I mean, people have just been off the charts with these. Okay, I'm not showing the WAP one. That's not, no, that's not cool. Oh my God, this one was funny. Friday with Bernie. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh. These memes. People have been just off the charts with these memes. Like I saw one like someone had made with like him as like Palpatine, and it's just like sometimes the internet is really fun. It's really fun. You know, making the best of things, right? Like making the best of a bad situation. Here's another one, a Star Wars related one. Taking one last look, sir, at my friends. He says, what should have happened in the rise of Skywalker, aka the rise of Bernie? DJ, stop it. Get some help. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, I do really like, oh my God. You know, I have this photo without the Bernie, like as a poster in my room, like not my room, but my office. It's one of my favorite photos of all time, and he had to ruin it with freaking Bernie. What the hell? You say that? Michael Jordan did the dunk contest today, and he's jumping over Bernie. This is blasphemous. Oh my God. All right. So we talked about a woman gifting cars to that kid who walked 7 miles and her act of kindness, which was awesome. Now, we also know that there's stuff going on in the world that we all hate right now. Oh, hang on. We got some new people in the chat. We got Runner here. It's the rise of Palpatine. Yeah, I call it the rise of Rapatine myself personally, but yeah. Hello, Latino Slant. Hello. Polly is a good friend of mine. He has a show coming up tonight. It's about like the ladies, the Latina ladies of the year or something. Sorry, I don't know exactly what it's called. But yeah, go and subscribe to his channel and check out that show tonight. It should be very spicy. And it should be a good time. It should be a good time. He invited me, but unfortunately, I can't make it tonight, Polly. I can't make it tonight. I've got a lot of work to do. And I was telling everyone earlier in the stream that I woke up with the biggest, like, I don't know, like it's like there's a neck pain going on here. I think I slept bad or something. And it's just throwing me off my game tonight. And I got a lot of work to do. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I won't be able to make it. Hopefully next time, but everybody go check out Latino Slant's channel tonight. It's going to be a fun time over there. They're going to be talking about the ladies. Hey, Neon Escatencia, hello. Thank you for being here. Bernie goes to camp. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's so many Bernie memes. Shane. Why do I highlight you?
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
Oh my God. Polly's telling me to check my DM. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not sharing my DM first. Okay. Oh my God. Jesus. Polly joining in on the fun with the Bernie memes. Patos locos forever. Oh God. Oh my God. The internet is powerful. It's a powerful tool for laughter and for tears. Yeah, it's that. Oh my God. You guys, get your heads out of the gutter. My goodness. My goodness. This is true. This is true. Okay, so on to the next story here. This one, so this is okay, here's the thing. We all know the coup's going on in the world. It sucks. It's a terrible situation. I hate it. I despise what's going on with the coup. And it's just one of those things, though. And I try to keep it on the positive side on this channel, especially for the show. So I try not to bring it up because, you know, it's definitely something that's like, it's a Debbie Downer. It brings everybody down. But it is the reality of things, you know, so it's something that's happening in our world, and sometimes we have to address it. And so I found this story, which I thought was really cool. Somebody who is capable of doing something, actually doing something about helping people in his community and around the United States. This gentleman who I knew nothing about before I found this story, which is another cool thing about this show that I'm doing, is it's teaching me a lot about some people. You know, I didn't even know this person existed until today or yesterday. David Portnoy. His name is David Portnoy. He is an American and internet celebrity, blogger, and founder of the sports and pop culture blog Barstool Sports. And now he has gone and done something amazing with his life, because he's got some money, and he's a New Yorker, I believe, and he wants to help people. So he decided to make this thing called the Barstool Fund, where he is rescuing small businesses. Now, I'm going to share with you this video on his achievement, which I thought was amazing and needs to be shared far and wide. Let me share audio. Okay, here we go.
Decades of blood, sweat, and tears building. They've done whatever. They've scratched and clawed. And now a few politicians in New York City's like, you're done. We're shutting it down. No indoor dining. How do you expect these people to survive? What are people going to go out to dinner now in ice cold temperatures?
Sad.
Well, he took action, and he's just as outraged as you are. So for Barstool Sports founder and president Dave Portnoy, what started as a rant that you just heard about COVID-19 restrictions in New York City has turned into a full-blown national movement to save small business across this great country and help the fastest growing fund you can imagine, Barstool's fund, to help out small businesses. I've never seen anything like this. It's now raised nearly $30 million just to help small business owners survive the pandemic. Since our first piece aired on Tuesday, more than $1.6 million have poured into the fund.
Wow.
Here's part two to learn more about what it's like being Dave Portnoy.
That's a lot of money.
You got called out. You were complaining about what's happened in the city, the shutdown. We bent the curve. Who called you out?
It was a guy, Marcus Lemonis, who I'd never heard of, but he Camper's World. He's like a billionaire.
And he said, do something.
He said, if you start a fund, put 500 grand of your own money into it, I'll match it, is what he said. We want to help.
After this payroll, I don't have any more money to keep my employees.
Seriously, you have no idea how much this means to the entire restaurant.
Very excited to help.
Oh my God, you're absolutely amazing.
When you decided to take action, you started meeting these people. And did they remind you a lot of yourself, though? Grinders, whatever it takes to be successful, get out of my way. I'm not looking for a pat on the back, just a chance.
Yeah, well, that's small business owners. An entrepreneur or small business owner says, I'd rather work 100 hours and know successes because of me as opposed to somebody else. Ironically, because of the pandemic, that's what got ripped away from people.
We're about to come on one of the business owners that was selected to hit the criteria, the Barstool criteria to be funded.
Yes, Johnny's Luncheonette.
Why?
He had a moving story.
My name is John Pilato.
This was so moving.
In the middle of the pandemic, as you can see, there's no indoor dining.
And he was struggling. He took a picture of the diner. It was empty. He was going through personal issues a little bit, but the whole story just kind of resonated. And I do remember the call. He was super appreciative.
You know, we need the help right now. We're going to need help for rent.
Meet you, Brian. Nice to meet you. I haven't met you yet. Nice to meet you.
God bless you, man.
No, I'm glad we could help.
Oh,
Johnny,
yeah.
what have you been going through?
Been struggling for quite some time now since, they announced the
everything back in March. I closed for 5 months. I basically thought that was it. The cold weather settled in, indoor dining closed, and then it just deepened the wounds.
So how did you find out about Barstool and what they're doing?
My dad passed away in December, early December, and yeah, so that was just like another punch in the face there.
Oh,
And
that's
that
so
really
sad.
devastated me. And you know, I'm looking through Instagram, and on Christmas Eve, I'm at work, and it's just dead. And I'm like, you know what? I'm here over 20 years. I started it out with my dad. Told me everything I know.
This is so emotional for me when I watched it the first time.
And he just passed away last week. I took my phone out. You know, I didn't even see what I looked like because I didn't know I was going to be on national TV. And I said, Dave, you know, this is it. This is the story. There's nobody around. You know, we need help. You know, I started crying. You know, my dad and everything. And I sent it out. So the next day was Christmas Day.
John,
Oh, my God.
I said I got some good news for you. We saw the video. You're the exact type of guy we want to help, so we're going to be there for you.
Oh, my God. You just made my day, man.
Oh, can you
Better Christmas
imagine? That's
probably
so
than most, so I'm
cool.
happy. I'm glad we could do it.
I feel like I'm dreaming right now, man. You know, I was 3 months behind on rent. And when this all happened, everything just happened so fast.
This is who we're trying to help. It's like a small business. He's been here forever.
What's your message to the American people?
To every small business out there, don't give up hope. You know,
didn't.
we're all suffering here. We're all together. And I'm fortunate enough to have Barstool.
We're all in
to
this
take care of
together.
me and my business. And it's not only me, you know, my house is tied into this too.
Aw.
Glad we could meet. Yeah.
We're really, you know it. You don't even have to say
I appreciate it.
Hey, vaccines on the way, and that means your customers and businesses going to be standing up soon.
Yes.
We hope.
We
I think
hope.
We can take a seat here.
When you see the reactions of these business owners,
Oh,
and you
like
see
I was like, we hope. Oh, that speaks loads about
the stress just
about a
wash
lot of
away
things.
and they break down, you can't ignore that. It doesn't matter who you are. You see what they're going through, the struggle,
Yeah,
everything.
the struggle's real, man.
It's the other side of this pandemic. And I think, again, that's why this thing has gotten so big. When we started this fund, I never dreamed it would in 3 weeks be.
I mean, he just it's crazy. He just said this is why this thing has gotten so big.
Does the skin look red and swollen?
That's what she said. That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
I'm sorry. I had to insert that in. Oh my God. Did I just say that? Did I just say it?
Jim? No, thanks. I'm good. That's what she said. Pam?
My mother's coming.
That's what she said. No.
But yeah, so this gentleman, he's done a lot of good for his community, and now he's gotten a lot of people involved, including people like Kid Rock, I think, has donated a bunch of money to the Barstool Fund. A bunch of celebrities have donated now. A bunch of entrepreneurs have donated now, which is good. It's good. It's a good thing that these people who have a lot of money are getting together and trying to save these businesses. It's a good thing. And actually, like, I went to Dave's Twitter account, and his pinned tweet it's really lovely because it's like a compilation of all the people he helped, like, so far, because he's helping people pretty much every other day. Like, he helps somebody new, like a new business owner, as much as they can. They're helping people. So this is still going, right? And this is a compilation of people he's helped so far, and it's 4 minutes long, but it's got a U2 song on it. So I can't play it. It's got Beautiful Day by U2 on it. And because it's gonna like, get me a copyright violation. So I'm gonna put this in the chat so you guys can go watch this yourself and see the reactions of people, because it's powerful. It's powerful to see this, and maybe follow Dave's Twitter, because this is cool. This is cool. And maybe if you're a New Yorker, if you're somewhere in New York, or you know, and if you maybe qualify for this, then maybe hit this guy up, maybe make a video. Like, you never know. You never know. You could be featured, and you could, you know, maybe he'll help you guys out. You know, at least these people are doing something, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing that these people are doing something. And yeah, so that was, I thought that like I should share that there's hope. There are people who are stepping up. They're stepping up their game, and you know, putting their money where their mouth is, and actually doing something about you know, the challenges that everyone's going through, and helping you know, make it a little bit easier on a lot of people, which is a good thing. Yeah, so Adriana says that's amazing. I agree with you. It is. Elvis says, I like Dave. He speaks the truth. I agree with you. He does speak the truth, and a lot of people are in a lot of hardship right now, and he's helping people, and that's a good thing. Shellback, I have no words. I have no words. I don't have that clip from Stephen Walton. He's supposed to send it to me, or else I would play it. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, so Shane G says, perhaps the American government should be helping small businesses like this. Just a thought. I mean, you would hope, right? But when there's a will, there's a way. And you know, when the government lets you down, sometimes you got to take matters to your own hands, right? And this guy did. Like, he stopped complaining, and he did something about it, because he's actually capable of doing something about it. You know, when you're in a certain position of wealth and power, you do something about it. This is why, for example, when Tom Cruise went on that rant, like about, you know, the COVID restrictions and stuff like that, you know, I was like, you know, I get where he's coming from, because he's trying to like save the production or whatever. But Tom Cruise is in a certain bracket of power and wealth, and he's in a certain bracket, you know what I'm saying? So instead of him basically like following along with these orders, and like these unjust, like certain things that are super unjust, and like, you know, just following along and forcing people to follow along, what he should be doing is calling out the fact that these things are stupid and they're killing the industry, and yelling at people higher up, and like, you know, shut the production down, maybe, because that way producers and the movie studios and all these other people will have to answer for something. They'll be like, oh my God, like, we're going to be losing all this money. Maybe we should readdress how we're doing all this stuff. You know, this whole lockdown thing, this whole social distancing, all this stuff, right? Like, there's certain things that you can do when you're in certain power and wealth. And that was this thing with me and Tom Cruise, because at first I was like, you know, what he's doing is right. Like, you know, like for his production and blah, blah, blah. But then I thought about it, and I was like, is it though? Because like, it really is it? Because him yelling at a you know, someone who's not in his bracket, and you know, he could be doing a lot more, is what I'm saying. And then there's this person, Dave, who's like, you know, pissed off about what's going on out there, and instead of bitching about it, just bitching about it, because he bitched about it apparently, and then he just went and did something about it. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna help some people. So that's I think that's great. I think that should be commended, and people should be, you know, take note, especially people with money. Take note about what Dave's doing out there, and do something about it. And especially in your own communities, everyone's affected. Everyone is affected. There's nobody not affected by this. We're all on the same boat. Will says, haha, vaccine is on the way, quickly followed by soaring levels of autism. Oh, shoot. We're not anti-vaxxers on this channel. This is not yes, vaccines can be good in a certain context of that. Anyways, why did I highlight that? Damn it, Will. Okay, hold on, wait, where are we here? Where the chat jumped on me. The chat. Will says, kudos to him for helping people, but That's only a sticking plaster on a broken leg. The change people need to put effort into is getting policy change. And that, I mean, yes, to an extent, I agree with you, but sometimes, like, if you have a bleeding gash of a wound, you do have to put some, gauze on it or something to stop the bleeding. So if he's at least doing that much, it's better than nothing. Like, there's just how many people he helped. Those people, I'm sure, yes, they feel like the policy should change, just as I do. Like I just explained, I think the policies should be changed. I think a lot of things should be, done differently. But if you have the capability to do something to help, you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, it is. Kudos to him indeed. Kudos to him indeed. And I agree with you. Policies do need to change. Still, Shane, governments are for globalists, not the people. Well, centralized government anyway. I mean, I do agree with that to a certain extent as well. Shane says my only point was that the vast majority of people won't get this help. I think the vast majority of people don't even know about it, to be completely honest with you, because one of the only places I saw it covered was Fox. And we all know how, like, for example, social media feels about Fox. When I went to his Twitter account, Dave only has 1.9 million followers, and I barely knew about, for how much, how famous he is. He has 1.9 million followers, but I didn't know about this. No one's talking about this. No one is talking about this until no other media platform is talking about this other than Fox, and they were on Fox and places like that. So that's the thing. We got to spread the word, right? Maybe people could be helped. It's just they don't even know about it. So that's something too. Josh says, let's sit Nina in a room with Tom Cruise and have her spit face facts to him. I wouldn't mind that. Just talk to him for a few minutes. Elvis says Tom Cruise was just having a personal meltdown. I think he's in denial about what's happening to the movie industry. He knows that it's game over, man. Game over, man. Game over. And he knows it. I think he's having a crisis. I agree. Doesn't compare to the Christian Bale rant. Absolutely not. I mean, that one was that was a different level of rant, though. Tom Cruise's was different. Will says vaccines are amazing. They're wonderful when they've had long-term studies, exactly, and haven't been made with experimental technology, exactly. I think vaccines are important, but they should not be rushed. I 100% agree with you, Will. There is not a single point in there that I don't agree with. Too bad Josh says, too bad most social media influencers don't have good takes on this stuff. I know it's a difficult situation right now. It's definitely difficult. What's going on out there, and the ones that are kind of against it, they get they're against masks, or they're against lockdowns, and they get villainified, and it's terrible. It's terrible right now. Josh says, in all seriousness, it's a shame you don't have a much bigger platform, Mina. You have really good insights. Thank you so much. Well, we're trying over here. That's why I tell everyone to share, subscribe, comment. Even when the stream's over, everybody comment on the channel so that, it gets out there. It gets out there and people find out what's going on here. And maybe get some positivity into their lives. How can they cut the power? They are animals. Game over, man. Game over, man. I gotta clip that. That's one of my favorite clips of all time. Now, going into, I don't have any other big news articles today, and we've been going for almost 2 hours. So we're going to end this stream with a couple of really cute puppy and, puppy videos, because I love puppies, and I love dogs, and I love animals, and I love kitties. And why not? And let's see. This person here shared this tweet saying, "Can you caption this video?" And I thought this was freaking funny. And I'm terrible at captions, as John Talks would have, would tell you, because he laughs at me all the time. Because whenever we do like caption stuff, I would come up with like the worst caption, and he laughs so hard at how bad my captions are. So I couldn't come up with anything. But if you guys come up with something in chat, put it in the chat. Let's see your captions. But this is it. He's just walking along with this giant stick. Look at a little wiener dog. Oh, I love you, so cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is too funny. Is he trying to compensate for his size? Oh my goodness. Isn't this the funniest thing you've ever seen? 100%. I love kittens, but I do love puppies too. I can't. Cavitania says, any puppies playing volleyball? I don't have any puppies playing volleyball today, unfortunately. If I find one, I'll definitely have it for next time. Dogs, yes, dogs. Oh my goodness! But seriously though, this was freaking adorable. At least I thought so. It was funny. He's a little wiener dog with a giant stick. There's so many innuendos there. Too bad Steve is not in the chat anymore. Elvis says he's just walking along with this giant stick. Yeah, exactly. There's so many innuendos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, too bad Steve's not here anymore. Let's see here. The other one that I saw that was really funny. Where is the other one? I enjoyed this. Got to make sure I share audio on this one because it's pretty important to the video. Okay, so the person says, oops. Okay, here we go. Says, I don't know what they're talking about, but it seems to be it seems pretty serious. Yeah, seems really serious. Oh my God, dogs are so funny. Oh my God, dogs and kids, man, they're a blessing. They're a blessing in this world. They really are. We'll put a dog playing volleyball video in the chat for us to look at. Okay, we'll take a look at that for sure. I appreciate that, Will. But yeah, I thought that was funny. They were like singing together, and that dog's like, ah, rah. I don't think I've ever heard a dog sound like that before. He was very humanistic, like the style that he was yelling. I was like, what? How is he yelling like that? Oh my God. Cavitania says, weenies with long sticks. Yeah. There's a wiener dog with a long stick. Shane says puppy trains for the javelin throw for the next Olympics. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God. Shellback says he's got a giant stick. That's what she said. Oh my gosh.
Does the skin look red and swollen?
That's what she said. That's my joke. Damn it, Dwight.
Shane says puppy in life jack carrier's life preserver. Shane says annoying kid won't let dog speak. I know, right? Theme Park Casual says the dog's like, I can totally out annoy you. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine that was during the day and I would be okay with that for a bit, but can you imagine they do that during the evening or they go like that all night? I don't think oh my God, what did I just say?
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
Yeah, so that would get annoying. That would get really annoying. Shellback says huskies do that a lot. I didn't know that. If I ever was to get a dog though, I definitely want it to be a husky. Like I always wanted a husky. I think they're like the most beautiful dogs. Or a Kuvaz. Like I want like a giant Kuvaz, like a giant white Kuvaz. I would love that. Or like a giant, I love those big giant dogs. As much as I think the wiener dog was cute, if I was to ever get a dog, it would have to be a giant dog. Like I want the dog to be able to protect me if something happens. I want a dog needs to be a big dog, in my opinion. That's all I have to say. Like little dogs are cute and all, but if I want something cute and tiny and cuddly, I'll get a cat. I have a cat, but I want a dog to be able to protect me if some baddies came along. The fuck is a Kubaz? No, a Kuvaz. Kuvaz. It's here, I'll show you. They're giant dogs. They're like giant mountain dogs. If my keyboard would work, it would be really fun. La 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 la. They're like giant mountain dogs. And they're usually white. Because they're giant and they're super cute. There they are. It's a giant Kuvaz. Look how big they are. Look how big that dog is. They're magnificent doggies. Look at the little puppy one. Oh, so cute. There's a little puppy one. Oh, I love them. They're so cute. Oh, so cute. I love Kuvaz. Look, this is how big they get. They're they're giant dogs. I love big fluffy dogs, and there's a Kuvaz dog. They're magnificent. They're really, really cool. Okay, so let me share this other video that Will shared with us about a dog playing volleyball. Okay, hold on. I can share videos. I can do this. Okay, here we go. Sharing the video. Dog plays volleyball. Here we go. Oh! Look at him go. That's so cool. He spiked it. Oh my God, that's so cool. I love doggies. See, these people are super active because of the doggy. Aw, too bad, doggy. You didn't get over the net. But close try, though. You can do it, doggy. Like, yes, I talk to videos. This happens a lot, you guys. Oh, he's so cute. This is mesmerizing. I can't stop watching this. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Not to forget the cute little wabbits of the world. Oh, yeah, wabbits are cute too. Although they're kind of dirty and they poop everywhere, but they're cute. They are cute. They're cute. Josh says, I want a husky as well, but my family wanted a small dog, so we got a what? I don't know if I want to say this on air. What the heck kind of dog is that? Is that really what it's called? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is what it's called. I'm kind of what the hell? Why would you name a dog this, or like the breed? Hang on a second. Oh my God. All of a sudden my YouTube was like, next video, and it's like this trance music basketball game. I was like, what is this? Okay. So apparently this is a cockapoo dog. What the hell? What the Okay, I'm sure it's very cute, but what the hell with that name? Gafford's dog says, I want a husky, but they like the cold, and I live in Alabama. I'd have to let it live in the fridge. I know, that's one of the reasons. Like, I live in Cancun, so yeah, a husky would not do well here, I find, which is really weird too, because a lot of the Mexicans that I know actually own huskies, and I'm like, how the hell does that work? But yeah, I don't know. Elvis says, yes, we got it. No, now we know what you meant, and we don't have it. Oh my God. What you need is, Will says, what you need is a Great Dane that still thinks it's a lapdog, huge arse dog that still tries to sit on your lap. I would love that. I love giant dogs. I think giant dogs are the best. As close to like a freaking dire wolf as you can possibly get it. Like that's what I want in my life. Cavitano Chess says, come on, who wants to get attacked by an angry pack of chihuahuas? I mean, those things they can be pretty vicious. That's true. And they're so annoying. My God, their bark. No. Looks like a big Labrador. Yeah, it kind of does, but it's like a massive Labrador. Josh says, dogs are awesome in general. So are kitties. I'm a cat mom. I'm a cat mom, and I love kitties. But yeah, I love dogs too. I'm one of those people, like, I prefer cats because they're just easier to, get along with for me, and they're not as difficult to take care of as dogs are. Dogs are very needy. So a cat goes more with my personality, but it's not like I don't like dogs. Like, I can't call myself like a cat person because I really love dogs. I think dogs are cute. Dogs are adorable. Yeah, that's the kind of dog I want. I want a dog that like, yeah, I want to just like treat it like a horse. Well, I wouldn't. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. You could though, because they're massive dogs. Mm, mm, mm. Was I the only one that didn't like? I didn't understand the cockapoo breed. I was like, what the fuck? Shellback says Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix. Oh, that's what a cockapoo is. Ooh, gotcha. That's still pretty. Oh my God, that is a bad. Oh man, you learn something new every day. Oh my goodness. Dog says lots of dogs are being crossbred with poodles because poodles don't molt. Oh, again, learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Shellback says Huskies are actually pretty good in all-weather dogs. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Well, if I ever get a dog, it'll be a big, giant, massive, either Kuvaz or Husky, because I like big dogs. Maybe a German Shepherd too. I like German Shepherds. I don't know. Or Golden Retrievers. They're so cute. So cute. Elvis says cat is actually Persian. I'm Persian one, but my cat is a Balinese firetail, and she's super cute. I think the grifter's here. Hi, Adina. A bit late to the party. Yeah, I'm basically going to close out the show soon. We were just talking about dogs because dogs are cute. This for some reason this just became a dog talking about dogs stream because we're watching dog videos. But yeah, so like the show is basically coming to its conclusion, and I want to thank you all for being here and talking to me and having fun and just getting away from all the craziness. And just being so awesome in the chat. So many cool people in my chat tonight. I'm going to say bye to everyone who I will, I can highlight here. We got Shellback, Shane, Elvis, Will, so many cool people stop by. Josh, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Cavatinho Che, Neon was here. Thank you so much. We had, who else did we have? We had a bunch of people. I know Orville was here. DJ Scandalous was here. Latino Slant was here. Don't forget to check Dave's Twitter and watch that really cool pinned tweet. Adriana was here. Thank you so much for being here. There's PJ. Runner was here. Thank you for stopping by, Runner. I really appreciate it. Yeah, lots of cool people, lots of cool, awesome people. And my chat, basically, that's as farther as I can get there. Oh, Titan was here. Zakra, thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it, everybody. So hang in there. Oh, by the way, next week is my birthday on the 28th. So my birthday is on the 28th. It's a Thursday. That's usually when I prepare all the material for Infinite Hope for the Friday. So on Friday, I'll have kind of like a mini birthday stream because it's going to be like, a day after my birthday, and I'll be able to, kind of talk to you guys and, reflect and do some reflection. Maybe just hopefully I'll get some good articles and talk about really cool stuff. And yeah, so everybody have a good day. Enjoy it. Yeah, later, Gators. And just, yeah, enjoy your week. Do something positive for people, care for people, have empathy, practice empathy. All the good stuff we learned today on this stream. Walk a mile in a person's shoes, do what you can. If you see a GoFundMe, especially someone named Raging Rhino in our community is in need of help right now, go to his GoFundMe, donate to him. He's awesome. He's one of my fellow creators on YouTube. Anything you can to help. Appreciate it. Love you guys. And I will catch you guys next time. Let me bye-bye outro. Bye.